The events of July 5th, 2021 are still fresh in Esther Joseph's mind. It was a day her 13-year-old daughter, Precious Sim, was kidnapped from her school in northern Nigeria. Esther sold her possessions and raised funds from relatives and local church members to pay a ransom of 2 million naira or $1,256 for her daughter's release. But after 1 month in captivity, Precious returned home with invisible scars.
Sometimes she sleeps, she will come around, come hold me.
Sometimes she jacks up in her sleep and runs to hold me. She is scared of the light bulb. The fear seems to be lessening a little bit, but she gets agitated by any loud sound. If I shout at her, she gets scared, and it is because of the experience in the bush, like how they were shooting or treating them. She is still scared.
So the fear is still there.
Adults are also at risk. Friday Jimmy was kidnapped in 2022. His relatives struggled to raise his ransom.
My uncle begged them and they reduced it to $2,508 and then further reduced it to $1,891. They had to sell my properties. I had 4 engines, but they sold 3 and used the money for my ransom. I was in the kidnappers' camp for 2 months before I was released.
They said 3, then carry the money, can't give them.
With the 2 months in captivity fresh in his memory, he relocated with his family. The first kidnapping at a Nigerian school was carried out by the Islamic jihadist group Boko Haram nearly a decade ago. The tactic has since been adopted by criminal gangs seeking ransoms, even though paying to free hostages has been considered a crime since 2022. It carries a jail sentence of at least 15 years. Once released, most girls drop out of school, fearing that they might be abducted again. Girls are particularly affected by this, as many end up being married off early.
Going to school now is now suicidal in many parts of rural northern Nigeria. And many teachers are fleeing their posts, their duty posts in local areas and rural areas because if they go back, they are afraid that they might be abducted and their students might be abducted.
The UN estimates that over 10.5 million children are out of school in Nigeria, the highest number in the world due to insecurity, including kidnappings and a long-running insurgency in the northeast. Although successive governments have deployed soldiers and bombed armed group hideouts, kidnappings continue. Caroline B., CGTN.